Hey everyone, Greta here. Today I'll be sharing with you how to bind your arms in Paschimottanasana in a more effortless way and also deeper. For binding the arms in Paschimottanasana, there is a way to bind it with a little bit more ease and it could really go deeper, but then ultimately it also depends on how long your arms are. So similar to Marchasana C, which I had done a tutorial on I think last week, because this is also a bind, the length of your arms is also very important. So some people have shorter limbs. If you have shorter limbs, then the binding would be a bit more challenging compared to someone with longer limbs. However, you could always do it with the help of a prop. So again, don't be so discouraged if you cannot physically do a shape. We all come in different shapes and sizes, so that's just one of them. Aside from the length of your limbs, this variation of the extended side angle is indeed deeper than with the forearm on the thigh. However, there is, for me at least, there is a deeper variation than the bind is with the hand placed on the outside of the front foot. Because for that, the hip flexor needs to be, cooperating a little bit more, and also because my arms are long, when I bind, it doesn't feel as deep, as physically deep, as I would feel when I place my hand on the outside of the front foot. Having said that, you do want to open up the body, make sure that the hips are happy, hip flexors are also okay, side body also okay before you actually want to attempt the bind. Now, when people do the bind, I don't think at least when I was taking yoga classes, there was much explanation of how to bind. Just wrap one arm under the thigh, wrap the other one around your lower back, and then you just connect the fingers together and done, right? So a lot of people, when they actually bind, they'll be like, okay, from here, bind, done, right? So my fingers are together. So let's just show you from the back. So from this variation, one arm go under, one arm go over, done, bind. There you go. Okay. So you can see, because my arms are quite long, so that I can bind quite easily, but I was still holding onto my fingers. Okay. For this one, if you just bind with the upper body really, really close to the front foot, you're actually limiting the space that you could have when you're binding. So what you actually want to do is, when you're binding, instead of just having the arm just kind of drape here, like close to the knee and just drape, you actually want to move the upper body to the middle of the mat, and then you bind. So this is how it's going to look like. So from here, you want to come to the center and then wrap the arm under the thigh. So go a little bit lower, wrap the other one around the lower back. Now from here, as you can see, I can actually bind. I can actually grab onto my forearm. Now after you got here, or wherever that you feel comfortable, you want to open the body. Okay, feeling the back of the right shoulder pressing into that front knee, okay, and open up. Feeling the collarbone spreading, ribcage hugging in, lengthen the spine. Okay, top hip opening up to the sky instead of coming down to the floor. Okay, as you can see, I'm grabbing onto my forearm all the time. Whereas before, I was just binding without moving my upper body. The closest I can bind is here. It's like the wrist. And the reason why is because when the hand is on the inside of the front foot, already you're near the end of your range of motion. So by binding, you're in a stuck place. Whereas if you kind of ease out from the shape, you come out of it, giving your body a little bit more space, and then you can open up, and then you can bind, and then you can go back into the end range, then you would have a bit more space. And one more thing, when you are in the bind, just make sure that you're not so obsessed with the bind that you forget that it's also a hip opener. You open up the hip flexors as well, and also the side body. So once you are in the bind here, you actually still want to open up the body. Feeling the upper body pointing to the front of the mat, i.e. 12 o'clock direction, rather than to a 9 o'clock direction. Now the bind method that I just showed you, I need to give credit to the teacher. His name's Michael L. I learned it from him, like it was years ago, and it was truly a game changer for me. So just need to give him the credit, and that's why I'm sharing with you today, because I thought it was really helpful for me. So I thought it would also be beneficial to you as well. Again, just a gentle reminder, the bind is just another variation of the extended side angle. Don't be so obsessed with the bind. Don't think that, oh, once I could bind my arms, that means I'm very great, like I am totally enlightened, whatever. No, just make sure that when you are in whatever shape that you are in, go back to the roots, what it's for. If you're binding, if you can bind, but if you feel that once you connect the fingers together, you're like closed, you don't feel the hips stretching, you feel the shoulders kind of collapsing forward, then it will be much more beneficial to do something different where you can actually feel the opening of your front body, i.e. the chest, front shoulders, the hips, and feeling the legs working. Okay, maybe here, maybe even here. I actually like this a lot because I can feel the lift. Okay, that's it for today. Short and sweet. I hope you could give it a try and let me know if that works for you as well. Don't forget to like and share my video, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you'd like to practice with me online or in person, just leave me a message down below and I'll get back to you ASAP. Take it easy.